Dear students, I am Mrs. L. Chandrakantama, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Ishwari Engineering College. Today we are going to see about turbines. So turbines are the hydraulic machines which convert hydraulic energy into mechanical energy. First you should understand what is this hydraulic energy and what is this mechanical energy. See, listen carefully. The basic principle of hydraulic turbines is certain amount of water is released through penstocks from the source. Penstocks are the larger pipes. So through larger pipes, water will be carried out and the water is allowed to hit the vanes of the turbine. So that water which is hitting the vanes of the turbine is called as hydraulic energy. So when these turbines are uh, coming into force with the water, because of the force of the water, there will be some impulse developed on the vanes of the turbine, and due to that impulse developed, the impeller will be rotating. That means the water is hitting the vanes or blades or buckets also we can call. When the water is hitting the vanes, blades or buckets, the impeller of the turbine will be rotated, and this impeller is connected to a shaft, and this shaft is connected to the generator. So because of the impulse of the water, the impeller is rotating, which is called as mechanical energy. Then what is happening is, because of the rotation of the impeller, the shaft will be rotated, and this shaft which is connected to the generator will give electricity. Therefore, hydraulic energy is converted into mechanical energy, and mechanical energy is again converted into electrical energy in hydraulic turbines. That is the process of electricity generation through hydraulic turbines. This is what you have to understand basically. So, as I have explained, the working principle of turbines is very simple. When the fluid strikes the blades of the turbine, the blades are rotated. You can also call as displaced, which produces rotational energy, and the turbine shaft is directly coupled to an electrical generator. This generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. This electrical power is known as hydroelectric power. Okay. Then we have to go through the classification of turbines, which is very, very important before going into the further details of the turbines. Okay. The classification can be done under 4 headings basically. The first one is according to the type of the energy at the inlet, then according to the direction of flow through runner, then according to the head at the inlet of turbine, then according to the specific speed of the turbine. So let us see what is this first classification. According to the type of energy at inlet, I have already told you, when the water is hitting the vanes of the impeller, because of the impulse developed by the water on the vanes, the turbine rotates or the impeller rotates. Because of the impulse developed by the water, the turbine is rotating. That's why it is called as impulse turbine. Coming to the second type, it is reaction turbine according to the type of energy at inlet. So reaction turbine is the one which has two chambers basically, outlet, outer chamber and inner chamber. Two chambers will be there. In some of the turbines, water will be entering from the outer chamber to the inner chamber or from inner chamber to the outer chamber. Because of the flow of water either from outer chamber to the inner chamber or from inner chamber to the outer chamber, there will be pressure difference developed between both the chambers. Because of that pressure difference, reaction is developed and the turbine operates. That's why it is called as reaction turbine. Coming to the second type of classification, that is direction of flow through the runner. Depending upon the direction of flow, that means in which direction the water is entering the turbine or in which direction the water is leaving the turbine, based on that, the turbines are classified into four types. First one is tangential flow turbine. Second one is radial flow turbine. Third one is axial flow turbine. Fourth one is mixed flow turbine. We will go into details in the next few minutes. Okay. Now the third classification is according to the head at the inlet of turbine. So we all knew any hydraulic machine will be working under different heads. So depending upon the head of water available, it is high head turbine, medium head turbine, low head turbine. And the fourth classification is according to the specific speed of the turbine. We are going to see what is specific speed in the later part of the lecture. Based on the specific speed, the turbines are classified as high specific speed turbine, medium specific speed turbine, and low specific speed turbine. This is about the broader classification of turbines. Okay. Now, as I have told you, impulse turbine is, see, here you can see a nozzle is there through which water is coming out of the penstock, and this jet of water will be hitting these vanes. When this jet of water is hitting these vanes, the turbine will be rotated like this. That means because of the impulse of the water that is hitting these vanes, the turbine is rotated. I have already told you these are called as either vanes or buckets or cups. Anything is same. Okay. Now these vanes or buckets or cups are connected to the impeller, and this impeller is joined with this shaft. I have already told you this shaft is connected to a generator through which electricity is produced. So impulse turbine is that if at the inlet of turbine the energy available is only kinetic energy, then that turbine is known as impulse turbine. And you can also define it as because of the impulse of the water that is coming out of this nozzle, the turbine rotates, which is called as impulse turbine. Okay, hope you are all understanding. Now, this is how the Pelton wheel operates. See, through this nozzle, water is hitting the buckets or vanes or cups of the impeller, and it is rotated, and this is connected to a shaft, and that shaft is connected to generator through which electricity is produced. It was invented by Lester Ella Pelton in 1870s. I have already told you the classification, right? According to the type of energy, I told you it is kinetic energy in case of impulse turbine. And according to the direction of flow through the runner, 4 types are there. According to the head at the inlet of the turbine, 3 types are there. According to the specific speed of the turbine, 3 types are there, right? Now, Pelton wheel turbine is suitable for high head and low flow rate. Okay. So I already told you that the energy available at the inlet of the turbine is only kinetic energy. See, here you can see the Pelton wheel. Okay. And pressure at the inlet and outlet is atmospheric. You have to remember that. Now, coming to the reaction turbine. At the inlet of turbine, if water possesses kinetic energy as well as pressure energy, then the turbine is called as reaction turbine. I have already told you in the introduction. See, here 2 chambers will be there in reaction turbines, outer chamber and inner chamber. So water will be entering the outer chamber and entering into the inner chamber. And because of the pressure difference between the outer chamber and the inner chamber, the turbine rotates. That's why it is called as reaction turbine. Okay. Now, types of reaction turbines. Basically, there are 2 types. One is Kaplan turbine and the other one is Francis turbine. See, all of you have to remember these 2 types. Based on the energy, the turbines are 2 types. One is impulse turbine and the other one is reaction turbine. Impulse turbine example is Pelton wheel. Just now I have told you, right? Impulse turbine example is Pelton wheel. Then reaction turbine is 2 types. Reaction turbines are 2 types. One is Kaplan turbine and the other one is Francis turbine. These 2 are the examples of reaction turbine. Okay. So first let us go through what is a Francis turbine. So Francis turbine is a type of water turbine that was developed by James B. Francis, and it is used for medium head and medium discharge. Students, all of you should remember this. I told you already, impulse turbine example is Pelton wheel and it is suitable for high head and low flow rate, right? High head and low flow rate. Whereas Francis turbine is suitable for medium head and medium discharge. You have to remember this carefully. Okay. And Francis turbine is a type of reaction turbine, a category of turbine in which the working fluid comes to the turbine under immense pressure and the energy is extracted by the turbine blades from the working fluid. Okay. See, this is how a spiral casing will be there and guide wheel is there and inside runner is there. So water from penstock, I told you already, penstock is a larger pipe which carries water from source to the turbine. So water is carried from this penstock through this penstock and travels through this spiral casing, enters through these guide wheel blades, and then from there it enters the runner. And you can clearly see here from the casing to the guide wheel, then to the runner. In this process, there will be pressure difference between this guide wheel and this runner. Therefore, Because of this difference of pressure, the Francis turbine rotates. See here you can see very clearly outer wheel, inner wheel. Okay, this is what is Francis turbine. Now, coming to Kaplan turbine, it is also a water turbine which has adjustable blades and it is used for low heads and high discharges. All of you should carefully listen and note down. Pelton wheel has high head, is suitable for high head and low discharges. Francis turbine is suitable for medium head and medium discharge. And Kaplan turbine is suitable for low head and high discharges. Okay. It was developed in 1913 by the Australian professor called Kaplan. Okay. This is what is a Kaplan turbine. See here it is generator. This shaft is connected to generator and a rotor and a stator is there and turbine generator shaft it is and these are the vanes. See here I want to tell you one important thing. If you look at the Pelton wheel has a horizontal shaft. Okay, the impeller is mounted on a horizontal shaft. That's why Pelton wheel is called as horizontal shaft turbine. Whereas this Kaplan turbine and Francis turbine both has vertical shaft. To the vertical shaft, the impeller is connected. Here also you can see, here it is a vertical shaft and to that the impeller is connected. Okay, so Pelton wheel is a horizontal shaft turbine and Kaplan turbine and Francis turbine both are vertical shaft turbines. That you all should remember. Okay, now I have already told you the first classification is based on the energy. They are impulse and reaction turbines. Impulse turbine example is Pelton wheel and reaction turbine example is Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine. Now the second classification is classification according to direction of flow through the runner. See, if water flows along the tangent of runner, then the turbine is called as tangential flow turbine. Example, Pelton wheel turbine. Because here you can see, I have told you already, see, water is hitting the buckets or the vanes tangentially. That's why the example for tangential flow turbine is Pelton wheel. And the second one is if the water flows in radial direction through the runner, then the turbine is known as radial flow turbine. Here there is another classification also in radial flow turbines. If the water flows from outward to inward radially, I told you very clearly from the beginning, I am telling you, in some of the reaction turbines, water enters from outer chamber to inner chamber, and in some of the reaction turbines, water enters from inner chamber to outer chamber. So if the water flows from outward to inward radially, then the turbine is known as inward radial flow turbine. And if the water flows from inward to outward radially, then the turbine is known as outward radial flow turbine. So in the later classes, I'll show you videos how inward radial flow turbine will be operated, how outward radial flow turbine will be operated, and how tangential flow turbine will be operated. All this you can see the videos so that you will have better idea, right? So if water flows along the direction parallel to the axis of rotation of runner, then the turbine is known as axial flow turbine. I told you already the rotation of runner. So in Pelton wheel, the shaft is horizontal. So the rotation of the runner is different. In reaction turbine, the shaft is vertical, therefore the rotation of runner is different. So based on that, if the water flows along the direction parallel to the axis of rotation, then it is called as axial flow turbine. And if the flow in radial direction inwards but leaves in the direction parallel to the axis of rotation, then it is called as mixed flow turbine. Okay. Now, here you can see very clearly how the inward radial flow turbine and how the outward radial flow turbine. As I have already explained, in the Francis turbine, I have told you, see, water is entering from outer through the guide wheel, water is entering the runner. Therefore, it is called as inward radial flow turbine. Example is Francis turbine, that you can remember. Now, this is outward radial flow turbine. See, water is entering from the inner chamber to the outer chamber and leaving. Okay. So guide wheel is inside and this is a runner. So which is called as the outward radial flow turbine. So you can also call them as inward radial flow reaction turbine, outward radial flow reaction turbine, because I told you already reaction turbines are those where pressure difference develops between the outer chamber and the inner chamber. Based on that only the turbine rotates. So inward radial flow reaction turbine is this, and this is outward radial flow reaction turbine. Hope you are understanding, students. Now, according to the head available, I have already told you while I was explaining the Pelton wheel, Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine. Now again, according to the head available, the third classification, this one, very high head, medium head and low head. Very high head is exclusively Pelton wheel, and high head, which is 150 meters to 350 meters head, Pelton wheel or Francis turbine. Then medium head is 60 meters to 150 meters. It is Francis turbine. And low heads are below 60 meters, which is Kaplan turbine. Okay. Now, according to the specific speed of the turbine, if specific speed is between 8.5 to 30, then it is Pelton wheel with single jet. Up to 43, if the specific speed is reaching, then it is Pelton wheel with double jet. Okay. In the days to come, we are going to see each design, how Pelton wheel is designed. In that design, we will see whether we need single head or double head. Based on the head and all, the jet number of jets also we are going to design. And Francis turbine design also we are going to see. Kaplan turbine design also we are going to see. Now, if the specific speed is between 50 to 340, then it is Francis turbine. And if the specific speed is 255 to 850, 860, then it is Kaplan turbine. So by seeing these values, you can understand that if the specific speed is low, it is Pelton wheel. So Pelton wheel has low specific speed and Kaplan turbine has high specific speed. And Francis turbine has medium specific speed. Okay. Now, coming to the summary of classification. See, in this video, I am telling only about the classification, and in the next videos about each turbine, we are going into details. Especially, you have to understand very clearly the operating mechanism of each turbine. So in each turbine, both for Pelton wheel, that is impulse turbine, and reaction turbines, there will be inlet velocity triangle and outlet velocity triangle, which are very, very important. If you understand the inlet velocity triangle and outlet velocity triangle of Pelton wheel, Kaplan turbine, and Francis turbine, you can do any kind of problem given in the examination. I'll teach you that in the next video. Now, coming to the summary of the classification, according to type of energy at inlet, impulse turbine is Pelton wheel, requires high head and low flow rate, and reaction turbine is Francis and Kaplan, which requires low head and high discharge. Now, according to direction of flow, tangential flow turbine is Pelton wheel, radial flow turbine is Francis turbine, axial flow turbine is Kaplan turbine, and mixed flow is modern Francis turbine. That means it has both radial and axial flow, which is called as modern Francis turbine. Now, according to the head at the inlet of turbine, high head turbine is Pelton wheel, medium head turbine is Francis turbine, low head turbine is Kaplan turbine. Now, according to specific speed of turbine, low specific speed of the speed turbine is Pelton wheel, medium specific speed turbine is Francis turbine, and high specific speed turbine is Kaplan turbine. Okay, students. So this classification is very, very important. When you understand this classification, when you go into the details of each turbine, you will understand very clearly about each type of turbine. Okay, so all these are very, very important. You should not forget. Okay, so I'll just give one important thought to remember. Impulse turbine is because of the impulse developed by the hitting jet on the blades. Reaction turbine is because of the pressure difference between the outer chamber and the inner chamber. This is very, very important to understand. And I have already told you two types of shaft position. In Pelton wheel, the shaft position is horizontal. You can see here. Whereas in Francis turbine, that is reaction turbine, that is Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine, the shaft will be vertical. This you have to understand and remember so very carefully. And in the next class, I am going to teach you about the working mechanism of Pelton wheel, how it works, what are the different parts of a Pelton wheel. You know, in this turbines chapter, Pelton wheel with neat diagram and its explanation is very, very important in the examination point of view. And the design procedure. There are 7 steps in Pelton wheel. If you remember those 7 steps of the design of Pelton wheel, any kind of problem given in the Pelton wheel, you can answer very clearly without any doubt. I'm going to teach you that in the next video. And the working principle, working mechanism of Kaplan turbine and Francis turbine is also very, very important, and its design procedure. And once again, I am telling you, in order to design any turbine, first you should understand the inlet velocity triangle and outlet velocity triangle of all the 3 turbines. If you understand the design procedure, each step, and if you understand the inlet velocity triangle and outlet velocity triangle of all the 3 turbines, you can work out any kind of problem given. Okay, students, wish you all the best. listen to my next videos. Thank you.